Values are like the decisions we use or the framework we use to make decisions at home. They guide us, they give us a compass about how we act and how we think. Just as important as BP employees, the values are the soul of how we actually think about what we do and how we make judgments. They're absolutely critical. I would think that good looks like pride, bringing back pride in our organization. Pride in terms of how we respect each other. Pride in terms of how we think about our craft and the excellence in our craft. Pride in the fact that everybody goes home safely every day. Pride in the fact that actually it does take a lot of courage to make the right decisions every day. And sometimes they're not necessarily popular, and sometimes you're alone, and that's okay. And finally, it would be enormous for me personally to actually all of us work together. Forget the organizational silos. Forget who you report to. It's actually all about doing the right thing and creating a great organization that delivers time and time again for our investors, for our customers, for our consumers, for our employees.
My name is Stuart Gardner. I work in the operations team in the North Sea, and I'm a change agent. So a change agent is someone who is embedded in the organisation and someone who has that deeper context in what the values are all about. So hopefully they've been in a course, a session where they get to experience just that deeper context, as I say, about what the values are, what they mean and what we stand for. When I first saw the values, I felt instantly they were the right values. And as I discuss and engage with people and look at the values, I really start to see more of what they mean to me personally and what I need to do to change my behaviours so as I can live the values consistently.
Okay, well, I'm really glad the company put out the new values right now. I think they're perfect for the time. They're foundational, and I like them. I like what they say. And particularly, I like how they work in a system. And so if you put, safety and operational risk management is our #1 priority, and so I start with that. And you think about, well, what's going to really drive that? And, the absolute essential is to have a team and to be one team. Whether you're working at the coalface, whether you're a contractor, whether you're working in an office, or whether you're in a function outside. To have a team, you got to have respect. So you got to have respect for others, and you actually, as a leader, need to earn respect from your workforce and from the contractors. Then once you have those things, then you can actually ask people to be courageous in terms of speaking up, in terms of taking the right decision, in terms of trusting that leaders will make the right call when we need to. And I think all those things together drive excellence. So, if we could ever, the most efficient operations are the most safe operations, and I think the way these work together is what I really like.
Let me just pick up respect as an example. We are operating in 80 countries in the world, and this is really a diversified culture, with all the boundaries. However, with this new set of value, especially with the value of respect, that will really allow us to operate across the boundaries and across the borders, across the cultures, and across ethical groups. And this is going to be something that's enduring and a shared value across the group.
So excellence is, for me, something extremely important. I work in a customer-facing business, and that means that my people every day go and see customers. And you can say what really makes us different in that environment is the fact that we perform better than our competitors. So excellence for me is all about being world-class. It's all about being the best in front of customers, being the best partner. But it also means that we have to be the best in technology. It means the best in product development. It means having the strongest brands. And clearly at the end of the day, when we sit down with our customers, it's all about us being better than our strongest competitors. And I think this is what excellence means for me, that we strive all the time to become better. And we need to be better because we need to defend our price premium in the market. So very important.
When I think of courage, and it's one probably that we still need some time to fully develop what it means for us, as I see it is when we're actually struggling, when we're having difficulties, ensuring that we go back and say, okay, what's the right thing we need to do on every specific moment, on every specific situation. And to me, that's sort of the underlying principle around courage, just always stepping back and saying, what's absolutely the right thing we need to do. I mean, in the frame of respect, in the frame of following and abiding by the law, in the frame of actually working as one team, and most fundamentally in the frame of doing things on a safe and compliant and reliable way. So I think in that sense, is that way in which I can very personally relate to courage.
I've always been a massive fan of the concept of one team in BP, and I'm absolutely delighted to see that that's actually in our values now. It's just great. In fuels and in lubes, we both put fluids in vehicles, be it cars or trucks or bikes. We have the same customers, we have the same consumers, we have the same automotive manufacturers that we work with. So there's a lot of synergy and a lot of similarity. And if you do it separately, there's a lot of duplication, and that adds to cost and complexity, of course. There's a lot of opportunity there for adding value to the company by combining resources and forces to actually serve the customer better and to deliver better performance for BP. So I think it's incumbent upon us as leaders to push away some of the organisational boundaries, which of course we need. We have to have structure and we have to have performance delivery in those businesses. But we can also deliver great performance for the company across those boundaries as well as one BP team.